Now back to our categories. The suspense, the excitement, the thrill of the chase, the euphoria of the win.
Yes, Dom, the atmosphere sure is electric tonight. Our next award, Best Promotion of a Radio Station, celebrates the skill and effort behind the best radio promotions.
These categories are sponsored by Reaction Screen Print.
And first up, Best Network Radio Promotion. The finalists are
The Edge Boy Band, Robert Dickey, Leon Ratt, Angela Wedekind, Emily Hancox and Dina Roberts. How did my name not get on the entry form? The Edge Network.
Festival Radio Christian Boston, ZM Network.
ZM's Nice Guy or Bad Boy Island, Anna Strawn, ZM Network. And the winner is The Edge Boy Band, Robert Dickey, Leon Ratt, Angela Wedekind, Emily Hancox, Dina Roberts and Dom Harvey, The Edge Network.
The search was to find young talented guys to create New Zealand's first ever successful boy band.
Next up, Best Individual Radio Station Promotion. The finalists are
The Pavlova Song, Justin Brown, Jason Winstanley and Jen Pryor, Classic Hits Auckland.
Giant ZM, Advent Calendar, Kelly Gallup and Hayley Gillespie, ZM Christchurch.
Steal This T-Shirt, Rebecca Fleet and Willie McAllister, George FM Auckland. And the winner is Steal This T-Shirt, Rebecca Fleet and Willie McAllister, George FM Auckland.
George FM, the only radio station telling you to steal this T-shirt.
Now, Best Client Promotion. The finalists are
The Jersey Boys Musical, Mark Woods, Brian Kelly, Gail Ludlow, Rick Moran, Greg Preble, Ashley Bryce, Alistair Boys and Raylene Ramsey, Coast Nationwide.
Man-Made Wedding with Butterfly Creek, Robert Dickey, Kelly Gallup and Leon Ratt, The Edge Network.
Elizabeth Arden and the Edge mobile phone app, Emily Hancox and Sarah Davis, The Edge Network. And the winner is Man-Made Wedding with Butterfly Creek, Robert Dickey, Kelly Gallup and Leon Ratt, The Edge Network.
We are going to do New Zealand's first ever Man-Made Wedding.
Next up, Best Promotional Trailer. The finalists are
ZM Free Fuel Summer, Kieran Bell, ZM Network.
ZM Wellington Spring Skinny Dip, Kieran Bell, ZM Network.
ZM's Top 100 of 2012, Kieran Bell, ZM Network. I'll kill myself if Kieran Bell doesn't win this prize. And not surprisingly, he does. ZM Free Fuel Summer, Kieran Bell, ZM Network.
Yay, Kieran.
Champ.
Drop a horn solo.
Keep ZM loud to win all summer.
And the last in this category, Best Agency Campaign.
This award is for agencies that have put together the best campaign for radio. And the finalists are
McDonald's Lamburger, OMD, Auckland.
NZTA Drug Driving, OMD, Wellington.
NZTA Radio Legend, OMD, Wellington.
And the winner is NZTA Radio Legend, OMD, Wellington.
And now to the second Services to Broadcasting Awards.
Once again, we are recognising broadcasters who have made an enormous contribution to radio in New Zealand over the years.
He has a place in New Zealand radio's history book. His 24-year stint hosting Newstalk ZB's nostalgia programs on Saturday and Sunday may be the longest stint in network nighttime radio.
His Music and Memories style program has maintained consistently good ratings, often number one, despite the rest of the station having a news and talkback focus.
He has a loyal audience who tune in for every song played and every word said. His listeners are some of the most active, with a huge pile of correspondence having to be sifted through each week. His audience, not that big on email or Facebook.
He also championed the promotion of local musicians, with regular guests contributing to his program. His Anzac Day specials are extremely memorable, as his audience pays respect to the returned servicemen and women.
Ladies and gentlemen, the recipient of the Services to Broadcasting Award is Jim Sutton. Our next category, Best Spoken Programs, celebrates the best talk-based programs on the radio.
Best Spoken Programs is sponsored by New Zealand On Air.
First up, Best Documentary or Feature Program. We have 4 finalists and they are
Lungs, David Steamson and Francis Moore, Radio New Zealand National.
Insight, Weight Loss Surgery, Worth the Cost, Philippa Tolley, Radio New Zealand National.
Helen's Story, Katie Gossett, Radio New Zealand National.
Insight, Terrorism Laws, Tim Graham, Radio New Zealand National.
And the winner is Insight, Weight Loss Surgery, Worth the Cost, Philippa Tolley, Radio New Zealand National.
1 in 4 adults in New Zealand is obese. The latest figures show that the number of excessively overweight males has nearly doubled since 1997.
Our next award celebrates the best daily or weekly series under an hour duration.
Again, we have 4 finalists and they are
Our Changing World, Alison Balance, Veronica Meduna and Ruth Barron, Radio New Zealand National.
Down the list, Adam Macaulay, Radio New Zealand National.
Insight, Philippa Tolley, Radio New Zealand National.
Media Watch, Colin Peacock, Radio New Zealand National.
Very close call on this one, so we have two winners.
Insight, Philippa Tolley, Radio New Zealand National.
In this Radio New Zealand Insight, I explore the state of the country's counter-terrorism laws.
And Media Watch, Colin Peacock, Radio New Zealand National.
What is a clear trend is that once arresting images of otherwise unremarkable urban violence are made available to the media, well, they'll seize on the story, especially if they can help to name and shame those involved for good measure.
Next up, best daily or weekly series, 1 hour or more. The finalists are
Morning Report, Martin Gibson, Radio New Zealand National.
Saturday Morning with Kim Hill, Mark Hubie and Kim Hill, Radio New Zealand National.
9 to Noon, Catherine Ryan, Radio New Zealand National. And the winner is Saturday Morning with Kim Hill, Mark Hubie and Kim Hill, Radio New Zealand National.
But isn't that avoiding tax?
No.
Yes, it is.
If I lived in the
That's
States...
why tax havens exist.
Next up we have Best Dramatic Production.
Dun dun.
The finalists are
Sky Blue, Jason Takade, Radio New Zealand National.
Forbidden Birds, Embarrassed Bees, Duncan Smith, Radio New Zealand National.
Skin Writing, Jason Takade, Radio New Zealand National. And the winner is Sky Blue, Jason Takade, Radio New Zealand National.
What do you want? Time for your meds, Mr. Smith?
For soft dickwad?
Come on. Just take your pill.
As we know, radio brings people together. It's also the great messenger, getting communities to share the things that matter to them most.
Our next category, Best Community and Access Programs, is sponsored by New Zealand On Air and gives recognition to those who work outside mainstream radio to get their message across. First up, Best Spoken Informational English Language Program. The finalists are
Take It From Us, Sheldon Brown and Declan Curran, Planet FM Auckland.
Under Milkwood, Eunice Radford and Michael Wilson, Arrow FM.
Sounds Catholic, Tiger, Ken Joblin, Plains FM 96.9 Christchurch. And the winner is Sounds Catholic, Tiger, Ken Joblin, Plains FM 96.9 Christchurch.
Sounds Catholic, No Mai, Haere Mai.
Next up, Best Spoken Informational Program in a non-English language.
For the second year running, there was only one entry in this category. One entry! The judges thought it was a very good entry though and deserved to be awarded as the winner. So our finalists and winner is...
Viva Latino America, Julio Diaz and Matt Budd, Fresh FM Nelson.
Hola y bienvenidos a un nuevo programa de Viva Latinoamérica.
Congratulations guys, well done, but come on you Access Station people, support this category. Get some entries in next year.
I mean, it's hard work for all of us. It takes ages. Well, not actually, because we've got producers and you guys probably don't.
Mine didn't get ours in time. I've been winning all these awards if you'd got it in. I understand where these Access guys come from. It's too hard. Don't bother. Next up, Best Music Program in any language. And the finalists are...
Showcase, Graham Stevens, Coast Access Radio 104.7 FM.
The World of Leopold Bloom presents Ancestors Call and a meeting with Richard Nuns, Leopold Bloom and Matt Budd, Fresh FM Nelson.
Stick No Bill's Hour of Complete Fulfillment, Billy Leonard, Fresh FM Nelson. And the winner is The World of Leopold Bloom presents Ancestors Call and a meeting with Richard Nuns, Leopold Bloom and Matt Budd, Fresh FM Nelson.
And good evening and kia ora, this is Leopold Bloom on the Mongolian steppes.